So, welcome back. We're going to do one last game. Anyway, here we go. Let's just get into it, shall we? Play. Okay. Oh, I love this quote. It's the best quote ever. I'll be taking a shot every time you die. Storm Spirit making a little statue farm. Anyway, let's talk about teams, shall we? On Dire, we have Luna. And a bunch of symbols playing Storm Spirit. Who's playing Luna anyway? Dux is on the Luna. Very nice set, might I say. That's an awesome set. Anyway. Axe. Who's playing Axe? Man, my name is Betty is on Axe. No, your name is Axe. The serial killer on the Tiny, and they have the fairy rabbit as their courier. Meanwhile, we have... Did I miss someone? Yeah. And GSD Secret on the Lich. Meanwhile, we have Goldman on a Chaos Knight. Looks like a pawn piece. Helm of Infernal Despair. Shark on Jakiro. Doc on Lifestealer. Man, we have some awesome sets in this game. Lena, disappointing me. Shazk, no items. And Shadow Shaman does have items. Anyway, so the lanes, it looks like we're going to be running a tri-lane on the Radiant side with Lifestealer farming and a Luna and Shadow Shaman put support versus a Luna and Axe dual lane. That's... yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, and then we have Jakiro in the off lane going up versus Lich and Tiny dual lanes. That could be scary for Jakiro. Jakiro's pretty tanky though. And then mid lane we have Chaos Knight versus Storm Spirit. This will not end well for Chaos Knight. I have a prediction. Chaos Knight's already at half health. Storm Spirit only down a little bit of mana. That being said, that is a beautiful Reality Rift. And Storm Spirit taking a lot of damage. That equals the health up right away. But there's not going to be any mana onto this Chaos Knight. There is a regen rune though. They have 20 seconds if one of them realizes it's there. Nah, I don't think they can make it in time anymore. But that, if whoever got that regen rune just would have, that probably would have been first blood, to be honest. But now we have Chaos Knight thinking of going. He's going to see it, and his no, the regen rune is gone. He saw it too. He must hate life so much right now. But he does have double damage and Reality Rift. He could go for this. There is a Vortex though, and his bottle is here, so he's at full health. But he gets spotted out, and Storm Spirit is just going to back off. Meanwhile, Lifestealer farming up a Storm. Well, I'm not really farming up a Storm, but farming okay. But he's at the top of the farm, I should say. Meanwhile, Luna just gets popped, shackles into Luna stun, Axe just standing on, or not Axe, and Lifestealer just laying into. That's pretty potent. And meanwhile, Storm Spirit gets the kill onto Chaos Knight. Looks like it was pretty close, but that gives Storm Spirit... Oh my gosh, kills everywhere! Kills everywhere! Everyone is dying! Kills across the board. Anyway, it's 2v2, it's 2 kills each now. Luna is very low. And then another kill! Everyone's dying! Just everyone's dying all the time. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight gets another kill. Okay, anyone low health? Let's watch Luna. Okay, Luna's at half health. So maybe Luna will be the next kill. Nope, it looks like it's calming down now. But Axe gets a call down. There's the stun though, there's the Dragon Slave. Luna's pretty low, Luna's gotta back off, and that was not how they wanted that to go. Another stun barely misses. Chaos Knight is now invisible. Looks like he's going to be looking for a kill up top. Jakiro is at full health, so this gank could happen. And it could be successful. Tiny's not that healthy. Lich is by himself now, though. Tiny's sticking around. Chaos Knight goes for the stun. Reality Rift in. Ice Path barely catches him, but Avalanche comes out, and Tiny's going to be able to run away. Thanks to the Avalanche and the Ice Blast. Or Frost Blast. There's a lot of Frost characters in this game. Like, not this game, but like Dota 2. Meanwhile, Lifestealer takes a lot of damage. Just rages, though, and he'll be able to back up. Luna could be going for Midas. I don't really think she is, but Luna's actually not farmed at all. Axe has been taking all these last hits. Storm Spirit still doubling Chaos Knight's farm, basically. That's kind of how I figured this would go. You saw the animation for the Reality Rift, but didn't quite get cast in time. Tiny, how's Tiny's farm versus Jakiro? Jakiro is actually doubling Tiny's farm. That's not good in a 1v2 lane. You kind of want that to be. You should be winning that lane. Avalanche does catch him, and now the toss comes up. Another Frost Blast is available, and that's going to mean the life of Jakiro. Going over to Lich allows Lich to finish up his Trank Boots. So as it stands, about 6 minutes in, virtually no goal difference. Wait a minute. Lots of stuff going on right now. Storm Spirit keeps canceling that auto attack. Does so much damage to the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman uses a salve, but it gets taken off of him by one of the glaives bouncing around. And looks like everyone's just going to back off and be like, okay, we had our fun. Nope, Chaos Knight's like, I want more fun. He's not maybe digging too deep. She could turn around and blast him, but Reality Rift comes in and Chaos Knight gets the kill, but is going to fall down to the tower. So, ends up being a 1v1, 1-for-1. I'd say that probably favors... That's probably just a wash, basically. But Axe gets Shadow Shaman, but Lena is here as well, so they do not have the additional damage of the Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit able to pick up the Lena kill. So they don't get 2 kills, but they do get 1 kill, which is enough. And Storm Spirit is so low, he has nothing. Maybe he'll get lucky, maybe it will be a regen rune. Nope, bounty rune. Double damage rune on top. That's the active one. Meanwhile, Lich is doing so much right now. He's started doing so much to deny things to this to the Jakiro, meaning that Jakiro isn't actually ahead in experience. So that's pretty good. At least they're getting something out of that lane. They're getting experience, and now Tiny's started to farm a bit better. Here comes the Storm Spirit. All of his mana is gone now. But Ice Path comes out, but he does go down. Doesn't quite get the Lich, and then one last smack to the face with a Frost Punch. Very nice kill, though. Lifestealer. Still leading the farm charts. Looks like he's going to be having his armlet finished up here pretty soon. Lena's pretty close to Arcane Boots. I wonder if they're both going for Arcane Boots. Pretty mana dependent. They get the axe into a chicken, but Luna's here, and here comes the what was it? What is it called? Chain Frost. My gosh, my brain. Anyway, Chain Frost, only one bounce though, so not quite what they needed. And it looks like they're just going to have to settle for that one kill. Although, in the top though, Jakiro was able to solo down the Tiny. Well, did he? Yeah, I think he soloed him. It's pretty serious. Bounty rune. And a regen rune! Anyone going to go for that? Looks like Storm Spirit's like, yes. Regen runes are so good for Storm Spirit, because he uses so much mana. Or he can. He has the potential to use so much mana. Tiny is coming in. It's going to be a 5v3, and I don't know if any of them are going to get out. Instantly pop the Shadow Shaman. That is a 3-man stun, but here comes the Tiny throwing the axe. Gets the cleave down onto... oh no! And TP's coming. It's a 4 for 0! That's... oh, sick, but that's a huge swing. And that's probably going to mean this tower too. Well, no, their wave's coming. They may. They have all 5 here. Lich is really low though. His Strength Boots are up now, though. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight is going to try to get as much damage as he can down onto that middle tower. Maybe even turn this into a trade. But Storm Spirit TP's in. Will he dive? No. Maybe. Doesn't look like it. Those illusions, they take Storm Spirit down to half health. He does have some bottle charges, but it's a lot of damage. Tiny and Luna. Meanwhile, Avalanche goes down. One right click! Luna! Luna! No! Luna! Runs around the corner straight into Shackles. Now Tiny's going down too. That's 2 for 0. Shadow Shaman barely escaping with any health. Very nice play from him. Picks up his Arcane Boots. So, we'll see. Lena also picks up Arcane Boots. Jakiro also picks up Arcane Boots. Arcane Boots for everyone. And there's the armlet on the Lifestealer. So, they're actually doing pretty well. They're only about 2,500 down in gold and 2,500 in experience, so it's not the biggest lead. Especially, this tower is going to go down, but Tiny does get the deny. That's unfortunate. Tiny will... No, here comes a Storm Spirit. 3-second stun though, but Lena's already dead. They need to run. Macro Pyre comes down. Ice Path. Jukin and jiving, but it's just not enough. And Chaos Knight, I don't really see Chaos Knight going down here, but maybe the Chain Frost will be committed for it. Chain Frost and Frost Blast will probably be enough. Especially, but here's the avalanche. Throw. Chain Frost goes out, but it's too late. Lina gets the Laguna's Blade kill onto the Tiny, and now, but here comes Axe, and there he's ran out of mana. He has no mana to chop. That was so close. Feel like he should have chopped sooner. What did he chop at?
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Well, he chopped Lina.
Tower is being attacked.
I think. Who knows? Anyway, Axe almost has his Blink Dagger. And Storm Spirit's pretty far into... I mean, well, we do see Tiny die again. Tiny is not having the best game. 28. 2, 4, and 5. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman is just food for the Storm Spirit, and he's so close to his Orchid that once he gets that Orchid, it will just be even more food, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, he's what, 500 gold off of the Orchid now. So, Axe has his Blink. What about Lich? Lich is this a completed eggs for him? No. I was going to say, I don't think Lich is that rich.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Let's see.
Dire have fortified their tower.
Yeah, Storm Spirit on top of the net worth. All of the supports kind of just chilling down here. Meanwhile, giant fight breaks out. Tiny gets the Chaos Knight. But so far it's a 2v2. 2 for 2. And Shakira, Lina, and Shadow Shaman they decide they don't want any more of this. There is no Chain Frost though, at least. Shakira just being little sassy with that liquid fire. Storm Spirit still, oh yeah, he died, so he doesn't have his Orchid completed quite yet. Shadow Shaman solo smokes, then sees the Lich and is like, well, I guess I shouldn't go that way. Maybe waiting to see if Lich will come up, but no such luck. Lots of wards here. This Shadow Shaman is seen. Looks like they're gonna go for the tower.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
I'm not actually sure that Shadow Shaman's even used his ward sheet once yet. Well, he's not. He hasn't been level 6 that long, I suppose. But he is the lowest level, unfortunately.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Meanwhile, Luna's up here pushing in, and we also have a Storm Spirit, so looks like they may be going for a trade. The wards have been dropped, but I don't really foresee them protecting this. They are rotating for it though. Storm Spirit is here. He's getting ready to jump in. Axe misses the call, but they grab the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman gets chopped, and everyone else just backs off. But they get a courier and a tower for 1 kill. That is so worth it. Although they are able to farm up all of those wards, which can be a lot of gold. And so that was, yes, Shadow Shaman died there, but that courier just like makes it even better. Closes the gap a bit. 2,000 gold, roughly. They are peening out the Lifestealer. They know he's here. He rages up, but he doesn't have anything to hiding. Axe barely misses that blink, doesn't even get the battle hunger off. And Lifestealer is just going to be fine. Maybe even they'll go on the Axe. There's no shackles though. Oh. He doesn't have blink yet. That Reality Rift has such a long range though, and now Axe is dead. Maybe even go for another Reality Rift. I think they're in range, yeah. They get one on Tiny. Tiny, nice avalanche and throw, but burning in the Macro Pyre. And Storm Spirit gets the kill onto Chaos Knight thanks to the Orchid, but does trade away his own life. So it ends up being a 2-for-1. That's just not what you want. And is that even... That's almost the Shadow Shaman's Blink Taker. He's quite happy with that now. If he dies now, that will be very rough. But he's doing well. The Storm Spirit can solo any of them though. Even the Lifestealer. Shadow Shaman dies, but they will get the Lich in return. One last auto attack it from the Lina. Does take it out. And these wards are doing so much damage to this tower. They are this tower is probably going down. TPs are coming in. So they do defend the tower, but now Storm Spirit is on the attack. And Orchided up, Jakiro is dead. Doesn't even need that right click. The pop would have killed him. Looks like they may be looking for Lina, but she's just backing off.
Over here.
Next, Blinking Vanguard. Tiny. Tiny, so poor. He's working towards his eggs, but Tiny's had such a rough game. Meanwhile, Blade Fury on Chaos Knight. I guess that's okay. Jakiro has Force Staff and no Talisman. Arcane Boots. So many Arcane Boots. Sanj. And it looks like it's going to be a Sanj and Yasha on Lifestealer. So these aren't awful items. Not yet, at least. Sanj and Yasha. I actually like Sanj and Yasha quite a bit. I prefer to get Yasha first because I feel like Sanj just isn't really worth it by itself. But I guess Lifestealer is a strength champion, so he is also now hiding inside the Chaos Knight. So if anyone gets Reality Rifted, they are going to have a very, very bad day. Storm Spirit's in the back, but this is 4. Oh no, this is 5. That's right, Lifestealer's and Chaos Knight. Yeah, this is 5, so this would not be suggested targets. Reality Rift into the Luna, pop, gets stunned, but beautiful avalanche, and here comes the Ice Blast, does absolutely nothing. Tiny does get trapped in the wards though. And what? What? And the courier goes down. In dire base. The courier like flew. What? These wards not quite in range of the tower though, so they did get the kill, but I mean when you give a courier for a kill, like the gold kinda evens out. They're these three are doing very good job of sticking together. Strength in numbers, especially with this Storm Spirit. It can just pop in and eat one of your supports. Chaos Knight finished his Battle Fury. Lena has a Yule, so I guess it's going to be harder to pop Lena than, but this Shadow Shaman didn't actually get Blink Dagger. He got Force Staff. More team utility there, but that Reality Rift is so strong. Takes out the Lich. They're going to take out the Axe. No sort of reply, even within sight. Storm Spirit does find a regen rune, but Luna split pushing a bit. Has a Yasha. I think this may be her Manta style. And Storm Spirit sees the Shadow Shaman, and this Shadow Shaman is Force Staffs up into the high ground, but that auto attack does follow him, and or no. The Orchid Pop killed him, I believe. We do have Sanj and Yasha complete on Lifestealer. But Chaos Knight taking so much damage. Tries to TP away, but not quite able to make it out. Storm Spirit finishes his BKB, so that's pretty big. Looks like Shadow Shaman is working on his eggs now, and Lifestealer going to be building into Assault Curious, and Lena is just going to die. But Lifestealer he's trying to fight this back, and he's not doing too badly. Storm Spirit was pretty low on mana, but they ended up getting that kill, so 3 for 0. Not so good. They almost fought up to 0, but now it's back down to 3,000 gold difference. Experience, about 7,500. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman just kind of keeping this wave off of the tower as best as he can. But Storm Spirit is just like, look, guys, look what I can do. I think he may try this. He does have support in the form of the Axe, so he's pinning on the hero, but Axe is like, no, I want to go for Chaos Knight. Here. Oh no. That was a beautiful Chain Frost. And they may get the Storm Spirit here. He gets caught. Yeah, Laguna Blade comes out, kills the Storm Spirit. 2 for 2. But ultimately more important kills on the Dire side. They got the more important kills, and that was a weird buyback. I mean, that happened. I guess no one else could really defend it. Yeah, everyone's TP's on cooldown. Well, and as it turns out, though, I mean, I guess he does get the he does save the tower, so maybe it was worth it. Buyback's not too expensive at this point.
Fortune's changed.
Storm Spirit still dead. What is he going for with this point booster? I'm completely running out. I have Scotty? Oh, Bloodstone. Duh. I was just like completely zoning out there. Yes, I have Bloodstone. Pretty standard on Storm Spirit. Luna's still farming up. Has quite a bit of money. She's just been farming. Nice. 166 CS. Lifestealer and Luna have been farming pretty well. Lena probably building into an eggs. Shadow Shaman also probably building into an eggs. Both of their eggs upgrades are really, they're quite nice. Luna getting thrown up in the air, does Manta style, doesn't get stunned, but Laguna Blade come out, shackles, and that is one dead Luna. This is a really speedy lifestealer too, 423 movement speed. He's flying. It looks like with that kill they're going to be looking to push up onto this tower. Well, so we do have the other four. Storm Spirit decides that he's just going to go down to the middle, though.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
About 2,000 away from his Bloodstone, so not quite yet. But here comes the wards, and this tower. It's probably going. Yeah, the tower's going to fall.
Dire's top tower is under siege. Dire's top tower has
And Chaos Knight may have bit off more than he can chew. He gets one last stun off, but Chaos Knight is dead. Doesn't have buyback, unlike the Luna. So Luna could have bought back if she really needed to. Probably not really going to need to, but he's dead for 50 seconds. That's going to put an end to the push. No one did farm up the wards though. Oh, Lich is like all this sweet ward gold, and now Storm Spirit decides he wants in on it, but they despawn just as he gets there. Only gets a couple of them. They find Tiny. Lena gets the stun. Laguna Blade, shackles. That's one dead Tiny. This is such a brutal roaming combo. Especially with this Yules. If you find one person, they're just dead. That short cooldown on Laguna Blade. That's actually, she's not, what, 1,300 gold away from her eggs now. And once she gets that, it even becomes scarier. Not that far from level 16 either. Shadow Shaman even closer to his eggs. About 800.
Money to burn.
And so while the graphs may say that there is a 4,000 gold lead and 6,000 experience lead, it really doesn't feel like it. Even though there are more kills, it just, the combos on the side of the Radiant team are just so brutal. But if we do start seeing more BKBs, maybe it will change, because a lot of this damage coming through is magical. We have Macropyre, most of Shadow Shaman's damage, and Chaos Knight does fall, but in exchange for the Tiny. And even the Axe too now. Laguna's Blade doing so much work. Axe couldn't get close enough to Lina.
Radiant have fortified their towers.
And now we have Luna. Luna popped her ultimate, but unfortunately for her, you have Rage, so none of that damage goes through. So ultimately, ends up across the map becoming a 3-for-1. Maybe gonna turn into more. Barely misses the Storm Spirit with that Ice Path, but I don't know what more he could have really done there. Veil of Discord, that's a nice item, considering how much magic damage there is coming out here. Storm Spirit still doesn't quite have the Bloodstone. He's peening out Roche. They know Roche is a possibility. Jumps into checks it, immediately sees the illusion and is like, nope! But now I think he suspects that they're there. I think he saw that Ice Path. So they're going to find this Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight is far from support, but not going to jump on him. Now they're trying for the Roche again. Shackles, they find Lina. Pops his BKB. Lina's going to go down. She can't really do much here. Meanwhile, that's going to put an end to the Roche attempt. Very nice Force Staff to avoid that chain stun. And then the Ether Shock to get the kill. Meanwhile, Tiny, 41 health. Is he going to... Reality Rift. Avalanche. Oh, and that... The procs. Tiny might live here. Lina hits an illusion, but Tiny, that Craigie exterior proc, that was beautiful. He just didn't die. He must be, oh, the Iron Jesus. Iron Jesus is strong. But they do pick up a couple kills, and that's going to allow Lifestealer to just go on this tower.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire structures are fortified.
And Fortification comes out. That's going to cause them to back off. Storm Spirit still looking for more, but he ends up stopping. Nope, he finds the Jakiro. Jakiro may be in trouble here. The Lich, Force Staff. Did someone Force Staff Lich in? How did Lich get... Oh, Lich was thrown in, but yeah, they end up picking up the Jakiro, so at least they get something out of that. Now Tiny is on the warpath. Without the Jakiro, they may be able to take this tower. They don't have Axe though, so it will be 4v4. But just look at that tower get chunked down, but here they come. So much cleave damage coming through though. But this Lifestealer is just man-moding everything. Next item on Lifestealer, I don't know what it should be. Maybe a heart? Heart wouldn't be bad. Or Abyssal. Abyssal would be nice. I think... MKB. That's not bad, especially considering that the Butterfly is actually just finishing up on Luna, so this is like kind of awful timing for her, but it's really good timing, especially since he can't have known that the Butterfly was just done, so one of those strange coincidences. Meanwhile, has anyone managed to pick up their eggs yet? Lena has her eggs, which means that the Laguna Blades are going to come flying thick and fast, and they are going to hurt. Shadow Shaman, how's your eggs? Shadow Shaman has his eggs too, so those are quite powerful eggs upgrades. Some people don't think Lena's is that great. I love it. Especially since now it goes through, I mean, it's always done this, but it can go through that BKB, so it can deal. It's going to deal well over half of the health of the Storm Spirit. Lena probably can actually, like, one-shot, like, one cycle the Lich and the Luna. But that fight, those Chain Frosts are doing so much work. But they can't take out this Life Stealer. And now Lena probably going to fall down. But Axe jumps in again. Is able to get one chop off, so doesn't give away his life for free. But Rage! The Rage is so strong. Shadow Shaman barely surviving too. Oh, so it ends up being 4-2. Not what they wanted. This Roshan still just chilling here. Phased. He's phased by everything. He's just like, what is going on, man? I don't even know. Lifestealer, gonna try for the Roshan again. Pretty damn tanky with that Assault Chaos. Roshan's not dealing a whole lot of damage, but here's Storm Spirit. Lena saves herself with the Yules, and not quite dead, but the Chain Frost not gonna take out the Lifestealer. But she toggled at just the wrong time, and Orchid picks up that kill. And this is a half health Roshan. He may fall.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
And they get it to Jakiro, and that's not a good fight. Lose 3 and a Roshan.
The Dire have rejected Roshan's petition to continue.
So Luna now carrying the Aegis and her Butterfly. Luna's going to be pretty hard to kill. But Shadow Shaman and Lena, if they just decide to dump everything onto Luna, they can probably easily take her out the first time. But now you have to worry about the second time as well. This is a concerted push.
Radiant's middle tower.
This tower, there's no fortification. This tower is probably going to go down really fast. They may even keep pushing. They do have the Aegis. It looks like Luna's probably building into a BKB now too. So it will be much harder to kill her then. But yes, they're going to go for high ground. And this tower is falling so fast, I don't think they can't even get there in time. Now it's onto the racks, but Reality Rift with the Lifestealer. Lifestealer doing a lot of damage. But Chaos Knight goes down. Axe is going to fall. Here come the wards. That Tiny is going to die to all of the wards. Wards and Macro Pyre. Ooh, that's brutal. Luna almost going down for a second time, but not quite there. MKB stun does stop the teleport, and so it becomes 2 for 3 and an Aegis, but they do lose their tier 3. They aren't able to pick up anymore. So, could have gone worse, but Luna almost has that BKB. Once she gets that BKB, it's going to be up to the Lifestealer and Chaos Knight. So the thing though is, this isn't like, there's a lot of magic damage, but there's also a lot of physical damage, so there's just a lot of damage coming your way.
Let the fun begin. Zip zap.
Storm Spirit Perseverance going to be building into Lincoln Sphere. But he's really tanky now. Lina and Shadow Shaman are just going to fall off. Like, their levels, they passed their point of their prime. Chaos Knight has a lot of room to build, but Sanjin Yasha and Battle Fury, maybe not what you need versus this team. But Tiny just gets demolished. And now they're going to take out Axe too? Ether Shock and Lich, one by one. The Dire team are just collapsing. But Luna will get a kill onto the Jakiro for that and a tower. So it's 1 for 3 and a tower, but Luna not quite able to get away in time, and she'll also die. Lifestealer maybe going to go farm up a little more and then pick up his Reaver, ideally. Shadow Shaman and Lina have quite a bit of money. Not sure what they're going to buy. Blink Dagger would be decent. Another Yules on the Shadow Shaman. Maybe he could even go into a Hex. That wouldn't be bad. He's pretty close to the Mystic Staff, so. Looks like Chaos Knight is heading towards his Manta style. Always a decent choice. But Lifestealer got Boots of Travel instead of like a Reaver. Or like an Abyssal, you know, something. Goes for Boots of Travel. But anyway, Storm Spirit is really pretty farmed. I'd say Storm Spirits. Their impact in these is probably equal. Lifesteal is probably a bit better team fighter, but this Lich is gonna barely escape that stun. I thought he was for sure dead, but no MKB procs. And Lina being just a little too slow on that stun. Jakiro did pick up his eggs, but so that's 3 eggs on this team. So many eggs.
Alms for the dead.
How many eggs over here? 1 egg, 2 eggs. Axe looks like he may be going for an eggs, just because why not? But Storm Spirit going man mode onto Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight does fall down, and now Shadow Shaman goes too. Jakiro is getting very low, but Luna is very low too. Luna survives. It's 3 for nothing. Where was the life stealer? He's farming. He's building. Okay, so he is finally going for the skull basher. So his next big item will be the abyssal, and that's going to cause some problems. But they don't even have a tier 3 here. Their racks are exposed to death. And yeah, with no buybacks available, they do get a buyback out of the Shadow Shaman. He does have wards. Worst Chain Frost ever, just onto Raged. Raged Life Stealer. Axe going to fall, and they manage to hold. They don't even have to use the wards. Lifestealer able to survive too. I was like, well, can we catch up to her? Nah, you can't catch up to Lilina. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. That was a very good defense. Roshan is, well, it's close until we can tell when Roshan is spawning. So, 1 minute. That's not Roshan. This is the Rosh. 1 minute for Rosh. So maybe if they get like maybe if they put the Aegis on the Tiny. Tiny's almost got BKB. Or like the Axe. Luna would be a decent target for the Aegis too, actually. I feel like Storm Spirit's probably not going to die, so Luna gets her Satanic. The lifesteal just got real. Ice Path onto Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit does pop his BKB, but a lot of damage is coming out. But he gets the Lina. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight is going to take down Tiny. But that Chain Frost just demolishes everyone. And now they get... It's 4 for 2. That Chain Frost was so good. Bouncing between them, just that's probably what killed the Lifestealer. Lifestealer can almost buy his Abyssal, though. So that's, well, not almost. He's about 2,500, and he just bought back. Yeah, he would have had his Abyssal. Damn. But he does have to buy back. You really don't want to give up a lane of Rex. That's never truly desirable. And it looks like Dyer's going to be taking down the Rosh. And there's no vision and no one near, so this is going to be a free Rosh. We are watching Rosh slowly die. And he's dead!
Really seeing the facts and insecurities in their own perspectives.
This is a huge wave pushing up the middle, though. And double waves, basically, up top. So they're going to have to send someone up to top. Yeah, Tiny's going to go up there, farm it up. This will be his BKB. So lots of BKBs coming out, which is basically making Shadow Shaman and Lina, and especially Jakiro. Jakiro probably the most, is very sad about this. Oh yeah, I forgot. Eggs increases the range. The range of Macropyre eggs is ridiculous. Imagine if it just like turned it into a circle though. It'd be such a strong eggs upgrade then. It looks like they're waiting for someone. Hoping for a pickoff, just stacking everyone here. But I don't know if Lena's actually firing up the stairs. They do, they were waiting for the smoke. What is this?
Double damage.
And X could have almost picked up his eggs there, but they're smoked up. Threading the needle. They do find the Lena, they find the Lifestealer. Taking a lot of damage, but he turns on. Lifestealer goes down. But they do have traded 2 for it now, and Chaos Knight is manning up. Gets the Aegis out of the Storm Spirit and may take out the Luna. Luna is stunned, but the Storm Spirit comes back in. One last lick from the Serpent Ward does get the Luna, so it is a 4-4 basically, because they get the Aegis, but now it's just Lena and Jakiro to protect these exposed racks from Axe and Storm Spirit. They don't really kill buildings that fast, so they don't have the Luna or the Tiny Up who would just mob through the buildings, but they can do some damage. Not sure if focusing the melee racks is the best plan. Going to go on to the Lena, but she's not really going down. Takes out the Axe with that Laguna Blade. So good, and Storm Spirit may actually even be in trouble here himself. And keeps on the melee racks. The melee racks is just going to heal up, dude. They didn't even, they could have possibly taken out, yeah, they could have taken out the ranged racks, but I guess they just didn't feel like it. So, a bit of a misplay coming through there. Because that Rex is almost at healing up just fine.
I'm over here. Ho-ho! Zip zap.
Tiny finally completes his eggs. He's got a tree now, so he'll do even more damage. Lich's next item, I don't know what he'll build. Could build a mechanism. It's a really late mech. Would be a really late mechanism though. Tiny, or Axe, has his eggs completed if he wants to go pick up the point booster. Luna looks like she'll be building into a Chrysalis or a Daedalus. There's a couple of routes she could go. Storm Spirit working on his sheep stick. He sees the Chaos Knight and tries to jump on him. Chaos Knight has Eye of Scotty now though. Chaos Knight, he's going to be really tanky, and Storm Spirit dodges the stun, but he's... God, wow. Look at that mana regen. Does finish up his Hex now, so he'll be even more of a threat. Meanwhile, the carry's over here. Lifestealer's just gone nowhere. He's just been dying too much. We do have that Eye of Scotty, but Jakiro has... They haven't really made much item progression. What is it? 15,000 experience is actually in favor of the Radiant though. But 15,000 gold, that's a good chunk of money. Axe has his eggs. It's an okay eggs upgrade. Lots of eggs in this game. How many eggs are there? Let's see. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Aghanim Scepters. And that's all we're going to see. Well, Luna could go Aghanims, but probably not the ideal build. Shadow Shaman has a couple smokes on him, so... Four players smoked up. Lifestealer can easily infest inside one of those. But he's like, nope, I'm just going to split push middle. Well, he's more like saying we just need to go straight down middle. Got about a minute left until we know when Roche is going to spawn. They are peening on the Lifestealer. They want to go on him. Lifestealer does get the rage off, but he is bouncing the Chain Frost into his team, but that macro player does so much damage. Lena looking to maybe attacking so fast though, and with that stun they take the Storm Spirit, who, oh, that's right, he has Bloodstone. I'm like, how is he alive again? What happened? Did he buy back? No, he has Bloodstone. He has a lot of Bloodstone charges. Holy balls. But yeah, so he instantly respawns. Just going to do so for the next like 3 or 4 deaths probably. But now he's looking to, oh no, Lifestealer. Just instantly pops as Storm Spirit lands on him. But ends up being a 4 for 3 that way with no structures lost, but
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
was beautiful macro player from that Jakiro at the start. And those ward traps around Tiny have been so effective. It's even in kills. Wow. This is still anybody's game. Opposite leads in terms of experience and gold levels. Everyone's pretty close to level 25 though, so not really that big of a deal. Anyway, Shadow Shaman pops his BKB. That Chain Frost doing so much work, but macro fire creating a nice little buffer, but Storm Spirit is just jumping all over the place. They do catch up onto, they do take out the Storm Spirit. He's dead for 20 seconds, buys back. They will get these racks, so they aren't leaving empty-handed, but they are losing people. Lifestealer wants more. Lifestealer is so fast. Gets hexed up though. Can't do anything. Gets chained. Game! Will he be able to rage? He's silenced now. Can rage. Throws out the rage. Will probably be able to escape from this, but I don't know. This Storm Spirit's regen is ridiculous. Does end up getting him. Now Jakiro may pay for this as well. Jakiro, you will pay for your insolence, and he dies. So that's four people dead. Jakiro buys back, but they're going to get these racks too. It's 2 lanes of racks. This looks like this may be game. Gets the Laguna Blade kill onto Tiny, but That's 2 full lanes. I don't think they can really come back from this. Especially, like, they're not done. Lina and Jakiro versus Storm Spirit and Luna. That's not what really ideal, but here's the Chaos Knight. Will we see a buyback from the Lina, though? No, it looks like they will at least take out the Luna. But Storm Spirit probably going to get away, thanks to that ridiculous mana regeneration. Storm Spirit saying, hey, we should probably go for Roche. It is up now. It does have Aegis and Cheese. If they get this Roshan, that's probably game, and there's no vision from Radiant over there. Lina actually on top of the net worth charts now, thanks to 471 last hits. Lich just tanking up the Roche, but Storm Spirit just doesn't. They don't really have right click here, but Radiant don't know about this, so it's going to be safe. But it's so slow. What if Shen with eggs could control Roche? How sick would that be? Would be amazing. Who's going to pick up the Aegis? Tiny. Aegis for Tiny. Ben. I don't really see how like, they have the potential to win fights still. Radiant still has the potential to win fights. Maybe if they can get some vision up and they could get a couple pickoffs. We do have a Hex on Lina. They need vision though. And this could be the final push. Tiny just chunking that tower down. Oh, and there goes the tower. But here is the Chaos Knight dealing so much damage, and the Macro Pyre taking out 2 people. Chaos Knight does fall though. And this is very sketchy. Life Stealer not quite dead, and there he goes though. Instant buybacks from everyone that can. Tiny is so low still. And Luna is pretty low too. But they are able to hold just barely. Ranged Rack taking quite a beating, and Lifestealer is not done with this. He wants the Tiny, and he's going to have him by damn it. Looking for even more. He does see the Storm Spirit. He is so fast. I don't know if Storm Spirit's going to get away. Rage is up. He does rage, but he is called already. He's doing so much damage. He's going to get the axe. No, the Hex comes out, and now Lifestealer goes down. He does get the axe in the end, and Lina is able to kill the Storm Spirit as well. Whew. Meanwhile, the Aegis is going down with just Jakiro here. Lina ports back, but they are going to be able to hold this. Barely, though. There's so many super creeps here. Oh my gosh, and don't the ranged Rex, light breeze could knock down that ranged Rex. Chaos Knight is up, so we'll be able to help with the defense. You'd think the Radiance Ancient would have more regeneration than the Melee Rex, but nope. But so Aegis and Cheese are gone now. But Basically, one Rax is separating them. One Rax is all they have between them and instant death. Storm Spirit does get out of there, but he's not backing up too far. Someone has to defend the Ancient. Like, if they fight outside of their base and take too long, they're going to lose. Someone has to defend this thing. It looks like it's going to be Lina. I'd say Jakiro probably is a bit better at it, but that macro player has been so good in these team fights. It's basically whose ultimate do you want to sacrifice for the team fight?
Double damage.
They get the Storm Spirit. There's a lot of damage. Storm Spirit goes down! Instantly buys back, but that's tiny down too. He is dead for 100 seconds and he has no chance. Storm Spirit comes back. Luna doing so much damage, but Luna is going to get cleaned up by the Chaos Knight illusions. And Chaos Knight in a lot of trouble here himself, but he dies. He does have buyback though. Luna and Lina, they do so much damage, and Storm Spirit is now dead for 70 seconds with no buyback. This may be what they need. Leave Jakiro here to defend, and everyone else just rush middle. Like, yes, the Lifestealer's dead, but what's going to happen? You have a Lich and you have an Axe. Go, 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 go. But I guess they're going to try to play it a little safer. Meanwhile, 5 minutes and 25 seconds until Roshan respawns. But
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
oh no! The Lich decides that he wants to get the ranged Rax, so now there's just this melee Rax. Lich is dead for another 100 seconds though, so maybe not the most worth of trades. But someone, guys, there's cannons here, there's siege creeps here. Beware. Okay, the siege creeps will die. Chaos Knight has no buyback, has no money for buyback, and so if Chaos Knight goes down, Lifestealer also no buyback. It's no buyback on Storm Spirit, no buyback. Where's the buyback? Only 2 people have buyback. The Luna and the Jakiro. Everyone is level 25. Everyone is worth a ton of money. Even the Lich is worth 13,000 right now. But speaking of the Lich, his Chain Frosts have been very good. Here comes Storm Spirit, but this Axe, he can't get out. Axe is going to die. Axe is dead. As long as they keep getting these pickoffs, the Dire can't attack them. Like, yes, you have 2 lanes of Rax, but and an exposed Ancient. But with people just keep dying, you can't go in as 5. And if you can't go in as 5, you lose the fight this late right now. Especially with everyone having so much farm, and these ultimates are really important. Luna and Lina, bleh. They're gonna go on her. Oh, nope, it's an illusion. Meanwhile, we have a fair bit of time. Well, no, 30 seconds until we find out when Roshan spawns, so he could be spawning really soon. This is a game of buybacks right now. You need to have your buybacks. And Storm Spirit is down a lot of Bloodstone charges. Let's see. Rosh is going to be spawning in 2 minutes 32 seconds. Here they go. One Rax between them and Megas. And Jakiro is all by himself. Jakiro, run! he does get the ward down, so they can see that everyone is here, except for the Axe, who just is respawning. So if they can take this fight now, that would probably be ideal, but Axe is hoofing it, and he's going pretty fast. Blink Dagger and movement speed. Lifestealer looking for a Daedalus, but he really needs to save for that buyback. Everyone, Lifestealer, yeah, 2 of them have buyback now. But here we go, the Rax is taking damage! Don't let the Tiny do that! Tiny gets trapped in the wards, but he's just going to clean most of them up. And that is down Rax, but X is dead. Tiny is very low, may go down soon. They do get the Shadow Shaman. Tiny is dead now, but there are Mega Creeps on their way. Nope, they're not on their way. Phew. Would be really bad if Mega Creeps hit during a team fight, but that's 4 for nothing. But there are Mega Creeps. What's going to happen? They've got to go now. They've got to go. They have Lifestealer up. Yes, Jakiro defend, and everyone else just go, go, go. Get in front of those creeps. They're going to go. They're going to have to deal with these Mega Creeps, which they can do quite handily. Got about 50 seconds to do it in. I don't know if that's enough time. Storm Spirit is not at base though, so like there's no defense. They're going to clean through this so fast. They may have this. There's the fortification. Storm Spirit's coming in from behind, but he's still at half health. That's one. There's Storm Spirit, but they're not even going for Rex. They're going straight for the throne. There's the Luna buyback. But oh! Storm Spirit goes down. He doesn't have buyback. 30 seconds. They're gonna do it. Jakiro is defending. The Ancient is open. The Ancient is falling. Lena going down. Gets shackled. They don't even want to kill her. They just want the Ancient. One more hit. Oh my gosh. Dire coming back from Mega Creeps to kill the Ancient. Wow. That was intense. So much farm. So close. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm gonna finish up there for the night. So I'll see you later.